fun begins.
How's it going?
Hello.
Well,
Greetings, young Jedi.
hello there.
What's up, everyone? Hybrid here, and I'm starting the weekend toy hunt on this Friday here at my local Walmart in Ashtabula. We are going to hit this, and then probably the one over in Madison. That might be it for tonight, but tomorrow we're going to a toy show in Youngstown I'm very excited for. So that said, let's get on the hunt, see what we can find, and let's see if we can find something just really cool this weekend. Let's go. And in we go. So as far as the Star Wars selection goes, we always have the Ghost and the ATTEs, and then working our way up, the Tri-Fighter, a Cloud Car, a Desert Skiff, and a Kylo Fighter in the back. The Black Series selection is all leftover stuff from that end cap a while back, and they have these pegs to where you can't move the figures past for me to show. Oh, I got some Acolyte in the back. There we go. Why Walmart won't go through and take the tapered edge packaging and just automatically drop that in the clearance aisle blows my mind. Because, like, I would probably buy these New Republic droids if they weren't $27. Legends very picked over, but that's okay. And I think we're gonna roll from here. So this is a stack of NASCARs I'm grabbing for my brother. He's not with me tonight, but he is a collector, and I found some I thought he might want. And then I'm grabbing out of the clearance aisle this 12-inch tall $5 Superman. It actually has a fairly decent David Corenswet likeness to it. I'm gonna break the news to the channel, but I'm gonna be an uncle here in a few months. My sister recently revealed. Not sure if it'll be a niece or nephew yet, but I'm starting a thing called the Stockpile. And Superman's for boys and girls. Who cares? Superman's for everyone. And I'm just thinking in a couple, like, maybe 5 years, you know, I'm going to say, hey, let's watch Superman. I'm going to make them watch my favorite Superman movie. And we might have a different actor. He might have a new costume. You know, who knows what 5 years is going to look like. But I want to watch this movie with them. And then what if I can't find this figure for them? So I'm going to buy it now, especially for $5. So, and in a couple, 3, 4 years, I'm just going to have a big box of really cool toys just to drop on them. And I'm really excited about it. Here we are at my local Ollie's. I'm not expecting to find anything that wasn't here like the last time I was here, which admittedly was a bit ago. But I need a new candle. I like having a candle on the desk. And I know there are 12-inch Ahsoka figures. I'd like to grab one for the stockpile. So this is the stuff I was looking for. The 12-inch Ahsokas were, most of them are still tagged at $15, but this one has an $8 clearance. I was going to say they've been here a while. But, you know, I just don't know if Ahsoka's going to be in a lot of media in like 5 years. You know, they might give the character a break after some of these shows. So I just want to have like a cool Ahsoka to offer. And her lightsabers light up and she talks and stuff. I just think that's neat. From there, oh, we might watch Young Jedi at some point. They do have the Mission Fleet Slave Ones. They're $15. That's not bad. Oh, there's Rosario talking some more. But I don't think I'll grab one now, but I'm going to keep those in mind. And then got all the Obi-Wan on the Yopies. You know what? Yeah, because we are going to watch Obi-Wan, and it's $5. That's going to happen. Any other cool ones? There's like Anakin in there. We might have to take a good look at these. And then, oh, the Mandalorian. You know what? We're not gonna do these today. But now that I know there's a pile, I don't want to spend every week like throwing like $50 at this thing. It's gonna be like a little here, a little there. But the Marvel Legends assortment is the same it's been for a while. Not great, but just a bunch of old stock. And then Black Series is just Reva and Grief and very little else. They've got some of those Holocom Oshas floating around. And looks like they've restocked on the retros. They've got the entire Kenobi set, more or less, it looks like. Yep, see, there's those Ahsokas I knew that would be here. Not going to give that carbonized junk to the kid. Don't want him to hate me. The Flash. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that one. That might be a movie we skip. But Yeah, when they take away all the Christmas stuff, the selection really does kind of die down. Daredevil. More Daredevils. That is such a good show. I love Daredevil. This Walmart is in Madison, Ohio. Let's go see what we can turn up. Okay, we'll start with the Collector Con display here, where they are stacked with Stormtroopers. They got a Krennic, they have some Nihiluses, they got like 4 of them. It's cool to see that many. And these are all kit Fistos. This is pretty lit Fisto, bro. Got some Ahsoka E-Wings, got some of the standard TVC offerings. It's a pretty good looking Obi-Wan, actually, for the Happy Meal scale. Display box up top. One of these days I'm just gonna have to take that box and run. Over here on the Joes, a lot of your standard offerings there. I do need those cops. And then Daredevil and the Punisher and all of the retro card Spideys you could ever ask for. Going down the main toy aisle, we have an Nihilus hanging out over here. Got Kylo, a couple of V19s, got some Ventresses. After all these years, as I said, there's a Nihilus, got some Praetorian Gideons, Cassians, got a Basel in the mix, got another Nihilus hanging out way in the back there, and then all the SM33s, and we have stuff going on over here. Interesting. Why is there a Guardians 3 Nebula here? And then another Yelena below. This Puff Adder wave is old, like 2 or 3 years old, and it just throws me because like my local Walmart got some old stuff popped up out of nowhere. Yeah, that's interesting. Then what do we got going on up top? We got cool stuff going on up top. I knew I should have looked up. I don't see anyone else. I don't see any Toba Fett or anything. That's an SM33. Always look up top, kids. You never know what you will find. But yeah, those are down low now for anyone to grab that doesn't know to look up. So yeah, man, those are cool. I like those figs. Not a lot of stops, I know, but trust me, tomorrow's gonna be way cooler with the toy show, and we're gonna hit some Myers looking for other stuff. So hang out, we'll be back. Good morning, gang. It is now Saturday morning, or not morning, I guess it's closer to 2. We got a late start, but we are at Sweet Memories Vintage Tees, and they have some kind of a toy show going on today, so we're gonna go check it out. This place has some really cool stuff going on, but the toy show is going on through there. Well, I knew it would be low-key. So the toy show was a little bit of a letdown. It was rather small. I didn't think it'd be a big thing, but just an awful lot of trading cards and just old kid toys. Nothing really collector based. But anyway, we are now going to just take a quick little look around the candy store. They got some really cool stuff in here. Retro gaming and candy, and they got a shirt with every brand on it you could ever ask for, which is really cool. I mean, Jiffy Pop. You can get a butter shirt. Come on. Should get one for my grandma. We got some TVC here. They're $25 each, though. Some Lego up top. Since the toy show is a bit of a bust, we're going to go to this Walmart that was just down the road, and then we're going to hit some other places, probably some Myers, and just see what we can turn up. And for our Walmart findings, we have the reissue of Luke's X-Wing, which means that they had the Magna Guard. We got a Shin Fighter, a Tri-Fighter, but they had either the Magna Guards or the Cad Banes. Not seeing anything up top, and the fact that both Magna Guards are gone makes me think that they probably had the chase here. Got a bunch of Commandos and Cobb Vance, and Ahsoka is hanging out in the back. A very dated Black Series selection. Nothing too wild going on there. So I guess it's neat that we may have had good micros here, and that's kind of gonna be it for this stop. Okay, so last weekend's vlog, we went to a store called Monsters in the Toy Box up in Warren, Ohio. Now we're at the one in Austinburg. This is the main location. They close in a half hour. I've been trying to get here for a year, but every time I'm in the area, it's at night. So let's go check it out. Good figure. So we were kind of in and out. We didn't want to hang out there too long, but I did grab the Clone Wars 501st Phase 1. Not sure if I'm going to open it or leave it sealed. It's not perfect. It's got some blemishes in the card, but it might make a fun video. We'll see. Now we're stopping at the Meijer in Boardman. This is the one that 2 weeks in a row had no Black Series on the shelf at all. So let's see if they've corrected that. It's been about 3 weeks since I last looked. And okay, they have Black Series finally. We're seeing Book of Boba Fett Boba and a Dual End Vader. Those are cool. And they have a spot out for these Actionverse buff Vader and Stormtroopers that no one wants. Stepping back a little bit, where's my Micro Galaxies? This place is a mess. I am not seeing any micros, which makes me sad. There might be some somewhere, but I'm gonna dig a little bit. But yeah, this one, at least I just finally got some figures. That's ultimately the big thing. So on the way out of this Meijer, we stopped on the clearance aisle, and they have for $17.99 an insane discount on this otherwise $30 set. These are cool. It's like the first white clones you've been able to get in years. Get the Shock Troopers. I'm gonna be responsible because I don't do a lot of Lego. But I am gonna grab one. Now we're at the Meijer in Austintown, and down the road that way is a Walmart, so that'll be our next stop. But let's go see what we can find from Micro Galaxy. So here we have at the Austinburg Meijer a bunch of ghosts, and then this is one I've been to before. We have all of the Kylo fighters and the V-19s. We have a Luke Snowspeeder back there. More Kylo, more V-19. Marin, Cassian, Obi-Wan, Gideon, and Krennic. So we've been here before, and nothing new. We got a Hot Wheels Carson Teva X-Wing, so and N1 Ahsoka fighter. So it's cool to start seeing those out and about. All right, we're at that Walmart. Okay, let's see what this location has. Looking stacked initially. We've got Kylo, Ventress, V-19s, more Kylos. Black Series selection, already pretty dated. We got some Stormtroopers from that end cap. I didn't see the Collecticon display, so this store might be taking it down. Got an old Cassian there. And then all of the common TVCs that you would be expecting to find anywhere. Ooh, I don't see Endara as much. She's not old, but a bunch of crosshairs. Hey, that's my girlfriend. Looking over everything else, we've got all the retro carded Spider-Mans. They've got the Daredevil and the comic figures and stuff over here. Punisher in the mix. I knocked down the walkie-talkies. I think this store took down their Collector Con display. I haven't seen any store do that yet, so it's interesting. There's too much stuff here for it to just been like some of the other stores that like got one or two things without the display. There's a lot going on here. See, I'm in the clearance aisle here, and like everything's just the same price. That's $8. That's supposed to be. Like we walk over here, I'm seeing action figure boxes. I'm getting excited. You know, some G.I. Joes. You know, those aren't priced, but that's how much Daredevil just cost to begin with. Like, what the frick? $45 for ATTEs? I hate fake clearance, man. That sucks. Just normal full price stuff. Here we are at the Meyer in Niles, Ohio. I think our final couple of stops are going to be in this area. So the micros here are all V19s except for one Kylo fighter. The Black Series are stacked though. We got a Ventress, we got two Jangos, excellent figures. We got Krennic, Cassian, we got a Rex in the back, we got a Dual Zen Vader. Gosh, I love that head sculpt on that, and a Boba Fett in the background. I mean, this is an excellent Black Series selection. So even though nothing I personally need, it's just so cool going to the store and being like, wow, that's good. We got some Minecraft figures here, all ones I already got. There's the pickaxes. Normally they're down at that end, but maybe they're shuffling stuff a little bit. So anyway, fully stocked, not for me. Glad to see it though. And here we are at the Niles Mall Target. A couple weeks ago I came through and it was the same selection, unfortunately. So it's two Krennics, two Marins, and a Basil. They have some of those new electronic lightsabers, and then they've got the Buff Vader and Stormtrooper figures, and they got a couple of Mando. There's a Mando N1, a Boba ship, another Mando N1, so they're starting to bring back the Hot Wheels, which are cool. Other than that, it's kind of just the standard kids stuff and Micro Galaxy, AT-AT, and Anakin set. The Marvel selection has that new Iron Man Mark III. They still otherwise just have the Spider-Man and Cap, and then all of the retro-carded Spider-Man figures are dropping here. So I'm back home in my room, and I'm just going to show off a recap of the haul. There wasn't a lot this weekend, I'm going to be honest, but did get the Clone Trooper and Battle Droid Battle Pack for $17.99 on sale, which is just insane. And then at Monsters in the Toy Box, I did get the Walmart exclusive 501st Phase 1 clone from the Clone Wars all the way back in 2008. Box is a little rough, so I think I'm gonna crack it open and do a retro toy review at some point. Recently did a 375 review. I don't think it's gonna take over the channel, but we'll dabble here and there. And then, yeah, sorry about the toy show. It sucked. I'm not trying to tear it apart. Like, it was just, whatever I was imagining, you know, it was a fraction of. You know, that back room had like those 6 tables in it, and like half of them were like old football cards, and then half of them were like yard sale kids toys, and like there just wasn't really anyone like stocked with like really cool Black Series or Marvel Legends or anything, you know, one sprinkled in here and there. But Candy Store was really cool, and that was a good stop. And you may have noticed in the haul, the pickled flavored soda. I'm not going to leave you without a reaction. So, got the pop-topped. Smells like dill pickles. And I am a dill pickle enjoyer, so I'm hoping it's just going to taste like bubbly pickle juice, because I drink that out of the jar. But yuck. It's weird. It's sweet. And it's just like blank sweet. And then the pickle taste hits like as an aftertaste. It's almost like a bread and butter pickle.